Congratulations! If you are watching this video, you've likely fallen in love with a cat or kitten and brought him or her home. Or you're preparing to fall in love and want to be sure that everything is ready when the right cat comes along. So, what do you need to know now that you're sharing your home with another species? We don't want your cat's first days at home to look like this, afraid in a strange new place and hiding in any nook or cranny they can find. I hope this video helps you and your new cat or kitten through the early transition days of living together and also set you up for long term success in your relationship. Building that relationship includes helping your cat feel secure and providing a routine so she knows what to expect. It means making her environment safe as well as accommodating her environmental needs. It means spending time with her, both relaxing and playing. And of course, it means tending to her physical health. Remember, if your cat lived in a shelter prior to living with you, she lived in a relatively small space even if she lived in a community room or a cageless environment. An apartment or a whole house is going to feel really big by comparison. So, one of the simplest things you can do to help your cat feel secure is to start small. Set up one room of your home with all of the essentials: food, water, litter, places to perch, hide, and rest, and preferably a window or at least some natural light. This will be her home base and help her establish a small, safe area so she doesn't feel overwhelmed right away. And keep your expectations small during the first few days. No pressure on yourself or on your cat. This is a big change for both of you. Unless your cat tells you that she prefers otherwise, your interactions with her should be short and sweet. Leave her alone while she's petting or while she's eating, excuse me. Pet her once or twice, and then offer your hand and let her decide if she wants to be touched. Talk to her in a soft, kind voice. As the days pass, make small changes. And after a day or two, you can open the door and let her come out of her home base at her own pace. If she doesn't want to come out, that's okay. Play with her just inside the open door or sit and read while the door is open. As she's ready, you can increase her access to more and more rooms of the house. Either before she comes home or while she's adjusting in her own room, you can work on cat proofing your home. And don't worry, she will let you know when she comes out what you missed. Some things you'll want to get rid of or safely tuck away include plants that are poisonous to cat, food on the counters that might upset her tummy. You want to secure the cords for blinds out of her reach and put away rubber bands, hair ties, or other small items that she might ingest. Also, safely store any plastic bags or other containers that she might get caught in and not be able to breathe. If there are small children in the home, always supervise their interactions with your cat. Make sure you teach children not to pull on tails or fur and to pet the cat gently. And children should never pick up the cat. If the cat needs to be picked up, only an adult should do that. Finally, check for unsafe hiding spaces and block them up. Holes in drop ceilings or drywall come to mind, but also be aware that cats sometimes climb up inside of reclining furnitures, so make sure that you always check before you collapse the footrest. Another simple thing you can do is to help your cat know what to expect when. Most animals feel less stressed when they have a predictable routine. This doesn't mean that the same thing has to happen at the same exact time every day. It means that things should happen in roughly the same order. Fluffy wakes up in the morning and gets her breakfast. Then she has some cuddle time with you before you go to work and she gets to nap. And then when you get home, she knows it's playtime again and then dinner and so on. Cats are creatures of their space. Creating a feline friendly environment means not only making sure the space is safe, as we've already discussed, but also gives cats the opportunity to engage in their natural behaviors. You want to be sure that your cat has safe places in each room to hide and to perch up off the ground. While cats are the consummate predators, as we all know, they are also prey animals. So they have the instincts of both. They might seek to get up high or to hide when they feel vulnerable or afraid. Examples of good hiding spaces are those that the cat can enter and exit in at least two ways so that she doesn't feel trapped, or that have a wide enough opening that it can't be entirely blocked by another animal or small human. An open cardboard box is a good example of this. High places give cats a good vantage point to see everything going on around them, which can really help a cat feel more comfortable in his new environment. Perching spots should be sturdy, they should be easily accessible, and they should be large enough for the cat's entire body when he lays down. Notice the stairs that step up to the shelves in the photo at the top left. You can be creative when it comes to perching places. They don't all have to be just commercial cat towers. I love the open squares in the picture on the right with the holes cut in the sides so that the cat can pass through. Scratching is not a nuisance behavior. It's an important physical activity for cats. Not only does it allow them to shed the dead layers of their claws, but an appropriately sized scratching surface allows cats to stretch. Perhaps most importantly, stretching is a way for cats to both visually and with scent from glands found in their paws mark territory. But don't worry, you can't smell the feline pheromones. So, this is why cats often scratch furniture. It's in an area where both you and they spend a lot of time. So, be sure to offer your cat appropriate scratching surfaces in rooms where you both hang out. Don't tuck a scratching post in the spare bedroom or the laundry room and expect your cat to use it. That's not a core part of their territory. Cats have different preferences for scratching, so give your cat some options initially so you can figure out what she likes best and then put those scratching surfaces, both vertically and horizontally, around the house. Again, these don't have to be, and actually shouldn't be, just the old fashioned carpeted scratching posts. Those used to be the only option, but now you can be so creative. The litter box is the area where cats are truly most accommodating to human preferences. We humans sometimes ask cats to do some pretty unnatural things when it comes to their toileting behavior. For our own aesthetic and convenience, we ask cats to use boxes that are too small or in tight spaces where they might feel trapped. We give them substances underfoot that are uncomfortable or unnatural, and we don't keep their bathrooms clean. Cats have very sensitive noses and are really clean animals, and some will choose to eliminate in other places if their box has waste built up in it, or if it's enclosed by a cover or furniture that traps the smell. Imagine having to use the dirtiest stall in a public restroom or a stinky outhouse all of the time. In an emergency, you might do it, but eventually you'd look for someplace else to go. Automatic boxes or robot boxes are all the rage, and they may be convenient for us, but they are almost never large enough for a cat, and some don't even give the cat the ability to position on even ground. Also, the noises they make can be scary for some cats. Much better choices are large boxes, even but bigger than the biggest commercial box you can buy. Add soft, fine, unscented litter and don't put a cover on it or put it in furniture. Your cat should have more than one entry and egress. And don't put it in a place where your cat might be frightened off by a sudden noise, like the furnace kicking on or the washing machine shifting to spin. And most of all, you want to keep the litter box clean. Remove waste daily. Set yourself up for success by keeping a small pail with a lid and a scoop right next to the box. Oh, now on to the fun stuff, play. Play is a great way to bond with your cat while providing exercise and an opportunity for her to exhibit normal cat behaviors. Remember that kittens, in particular, are still learning how to appropriately interact with humans. When they were with their litter mates, like the kittens in this video, Play was all wrestling and pouncing and biting. So you need to be patient and consistent and kind as you teach kittens, especially, how to play with you. Some cats enjoy playing on their own with toys. Inanimate objects, though, can sometimes lose their luster. So keep things interesting by rotating self play toys every few days instead of keeping all of the toys out all of the time. Add scents like catnip or silvervine and incorporate automatic toys or those that move on their own to keep your cat moving. In the bottom corner are hexbug toys that can be a lot of fun as they jitter across the floor or on the inside of a paper bag if the noise of that doesn't frighten your cat. Toys like this one, when used sparingly, can also provide excellent stimulation for cats. But remember, even with these types of toys, you want to rotate them so your cat doesn't get bored. Interactive play is play that you do with your cat. You might teach your cat to fetch or chase treats that you roll down the hallway, or you can use a wand toy like one of the ones pictured here to simulate the hunting sequence for your cat. Playing every day for at least a few minutes at predictable times, like just before meals, will not only give your cat exercise, it will keep her overall stress level lower. Even just watching or stalking the toy means the cat is engaged. It is the start of the hunting sequence, so don't give up if your cat is just watching the toy at first. Scanning and stalking are the first steps in hunting. Try to incorporate a few minutes of hunting simulation, interactive play with your cat every day. Doesn't have to be long, even 5 minutes twice a day will be good for both of you. There are just two more things I want to touch on quickly. The first is the indoor outdoor debate. I get a lot of questions on this. And in an ideal world, cats would be able to safely explore and play and climb in their natural outdoor environment. But that's just not the world that most of us live in. There are cars and predators and poisons that make it risky for cats who are used to the cushy indoor life to go outside unattended. If you are able, a secure outdoor enclosure is a great option if you have an outdoor space of any size. These pictures are examples of how you can make use of about any space you have available. And for some cats and their guardians, harness training opens up the outdoor possibilities as well. See what your cat prefers. Some don't want to go outside, and they're happy with their indoor resources and just safely watching birds through the windows. And finally, no discussion of your relationship with your cat would be complete without talking about the importance of taking care of their physical health. Establish your cat as a patient at a feline friendly veterinary practice. Make sure you talk with your veterinarian about vaccinations and preventative care and things you can be doing at home, like trimming nails and trying to brush your cat's teeth, brushing their fur, and nutrition. A complete conversation about feline healthcare is beyond the scope of this video, but it's important that you take your cat to the vet for annual exams at a minimum. Caring for your cat includes caring for their physical and mental well being. They rely on you completely. They can't schedule their own vet appointment when they aren't feeling well or get on the computer to order themselves toys or food. Cats are amazing companions and will give back to you tenfold what you give them. So invest in your relationship with your new cat. Thank you for opening your home to a cat. If you need guidance or you begin to experience behavioral concerns, check out our website for resources or to reach out for help.